boys. Kelly King. In the morning.
Eric V. Nick V.
Get it.
Now we're ready.
Here we go.
Special guest in the
Here we go.
house.
Here we go. One time. Baka Boyz. Here we go. Come on.
It's a Baka, baby. It's the Baka Boys in the morning. In the morning. It's the Baka Boys, and we got a special guest for you. His name is Frankie Quinones.
Frankie Quinones. Good morning, bro.
Good morning, homie.
Are you
What's
an
up?
early riser? Do you like to sleep late?
Man,
What are you doing?
I like to sleep late when I can, but
Right,
when
right.
the Baka Boys call, I
Hey.
gotta set that alarm, homie.
Yeah,
you know?
Hey,
It was
bro.
real early because you had to drive all the way from Ventura.
Yeah.
Or
No,
you
no,
live-
no. I stay out here. Yeah.
He's out here, fool. He moved up in the world. Bro. Well, I mean, at what point did you know that you? I mean, you know, coming from a small town, obviously, you want to eventually, you know, expand your horizons per se.
Right.
What year was that? Did you actually moved?
Oh man, it's been 6 years. Yeah, I was born out here in the San Fernando Valley, and then and then when I was still young, you know, we moved to Ventura County. You know, we lived in Oxnard, then Camarillo, and then I went to high school in Ventura, and then right at the end of high school, moved up to the Bay. That's why I go homies with Chewy.
Yeah, Chewy.
And then I was up there for like almost 18 years.
Damn.
And that's where I started comedy. Yeah. and
Okay.
then- so I've been back here for 6 years. I'm getting old, man. I'm in my late 30s. So,
Hey, man.
so I've had a lot of life already.
So you've been doing comedy for a while. Obviously, you've lived in a couple different cities. Have any of these ex-girlfriends hit you up lately? Like, yo, what's up? Hey, Frankie, how you doing?
Hey, remember that time when you promised me the world? Yeah.
The world?
Or do you get the "Hey stranger" text?
Yeah.
Hey stranger.
Yeah, hey, you. It's been a while. Yeah.
I just got a weird ass DM from this. He's got to be a rapper. He's like, long time no hear from. I'm like, what do you mean? Why am I trying to get a hold of you, bro? No, long time no hear from. I'm not checking in with you. What's going on?
Hey, we need to catch up, homie. You know?
All right, so Frankie's in the house. Frankie Quinones, a comedian, and you also have a side. What would you call it? It's
Side hustle?
Not a side hustle. It's an alternate ego. I want to know where this guy came from. Where did the alternate ego
Creeper?
come from?
Yeah. That's
Cholo
from
Fit
my
Creeper.
family, man. My dad and my godfather, they're just like old school cholos, man.
Yeah.
And then my godfather's president of like a lowrider car club for like 30 years.
Awesome.
So I was around that culture a lot, and then my dad always had a lowrider, you know, Tres Flores, Palm Comb, Ditchies, Chuck
that's right.
Taylors.
That's right.
You know, even when after he had kids, all he was doing was working and taking care of his family, but just his style that's what he knew, you know? So
Yeah.
always had a lowrider, the Palm Comb homie doing his thing. So, and all my cousins were like, so just influence from family.
But I don't in the culture, you know, we're Mexican as well, and I tried to be a cholo when I was 8 years old.
Oh,
and all
yeah.
that stuff.
I went through my wannabe stage.
Nick B tried multiple times.
But what I'm saying is, like, you know, in that culture within the cousins and the uncles, I don't see a lot of comedy popping off. You know, it's like serious life going on here.
Oh yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah. It's
So how did you find comedy out of, you know, what the real lifestyle that the cholos live?
Yeah, I would say just being around it. I mean, you know, there's different types of cholo comedy out there, but I would think that Creeper's like, you know, sometimes people are like think he's a real fool. You know, they're like, oh, I thought he was real. What happened? I'm like, yeah, really? Or they're like, but just from my family, man, and the humor. Of the even like the darkness of it, was like, you know, I had cousins that, you know, they're in and out of jail, and you see them struggling to just try to stay on the right path, you know, and you can see they have good hearts, like they want it, but you know, they're easily like brought back into that thing. So I think Creeper is kind of embraces that, like, but his focus is positivity, you know. That's when everything good started happening. So he's like, hey, I want to, you know, just focus on the positive, homie. Too much negativity out there, you know. So it's like, so he embraced that, but you know, he's a fitness instructor, so he's all about getting people in shape and, you know, spreading positivity.
Is he certified to be a fitness instructor, or is this something? I'm just wondering.
Jailhouse certified.
I got my GED in prison, fool. Certification.
So, but you put those two together. You put the fitness world and the positivity with the cholo, and there's two things that don't really match. That's what I'm saying. But they work perfectly and beautifully.
Man, and it was kind of like, it was kind of like catching whatever in the bottle, because I've been doing that character for 8 years, but he finally got harnessed in and found his lane, which is being a fitness instructor.
So wait a minute, you've been doing it on stage or
no, in
off
videos?
Stage?
Off stage.
Videos.
Like the first Creeper video I did was probably at least 8 years ago, maybe more than that. And he wasn't as dialed in as he is now, but we did a video called Cholo Whisper where he gets rescued from the CRS, the Cholo Rescue Services. A family rescued him. And the Cholo Whisper did all right. It got like 500,000 views. So people were like, you got to make another one. I was like, well, what's the next step? He's got to get a job. He's going to have trouble getting a job. And he was already doing a little bit of yard workouts in the Cholo Whisper. So I was like, oh, I know. He could teach a workout class in the backyard. And then
awesome.
We just put that video out, and then it was just like, that was the end of that, man. So, it just went crazy. Yeah.
I know it's a character you created, obviously, and it's kind of got a mind of its own. I was looking on Instagram last night, and I go to your personal page, and you have like 30,000 followers.
Respectable.
Which is cool.
Well, it's like 82.
Yeah. I mean, you have more than us, which is great.
But Creeper got
450,000.
He's the jam, man.
Are you like jealous of Creeper?
No, that's my homie, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Because he's the one that puts the videos out. Like on my personal page, I'll post pictures with the homies, or I'll do other characters or stuff like that.
Okay.
But Creeper, he'll be putting out the content that like that's what people want. You know what I mean? Like he does the little 1 minute like videos, or he's either wilding out or he's doing another workout video or. But I go to his page more than mine too.
I know some people want to love. They love certain things about people. Whether it's like with us, it's the Sanford and Son song, or the roll call, or things that we've done in the past. They still love. And do you ever get tired of doing like a different character or a bit that like you're like, okay, here I gotta go do this again, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's times when. When I'm doing my live shows, and I come out, I do 3 different characters and my stand up, and I close with Creeper. And then sometimes people yell like, "Hey, you don't have your mustache on," or da da da. I'm like, kick back, homie. All right, wait up. You're gonna get what you came for. Let me do my thing right here, But overall, I embrace it, man. I'm trying to take Creeper to the next level too, and find different layers to him and different sides to his story.
What's next for Creeper though? I guess we got to ask him in a couple of minutes, right? We can ask.
Yeah, we'll bring him out in a couple of minutes, but. I do love having those other outlets, those creative outlets. Like, I started as stand-up, and it's my 14th year doing stand-up, so that's like my first love. But I have other characters too, and other projects that I put out and work on, and that people mess with. Obviously, Creeper's the jam, but it's good to have those other creative outlets, and I think it helps me keep balance, and help Creeper stay balanced.
Definitely.
Also,
Do you ever wake up as Creeper and fall asleep as Frankie?
all the time, man. I'll be dealing with like some real life Frankie stuff, and I hear Creeper's voice in my head, like, "Hey, come on, homie, like this is how you're gonna handle it right here." And I'm like, all right, Creeper, yeah, let's do this.
It's kind of good if you cheat on a girlfriend, though. You could blame Creeper. It's like, what did he? It was Creeper, fool.
That's it. Hey, girl, come on. I had my bigote on that time. That's a different homie.
What are some of those other characters that you like to do on stage?
I got this character, Juanita Carmelita. She does say that. And then Pachanga, he's like the greasy, like paisa, like party guy, but he's kind of magical in a way. And then magical, because I used to dance like ballet folklorico like for like 7-8 years when I was younger. So I still have my botas, man, with the tornillos in them and all that. Wow. And so I wear those as him on stage. So he does like legit ballet folklorico. I was like, "Hey man, let's party," And he's like, "Oh, he's a lot." You do a lot
of character changes though, dressing up and coming out with the different characters. The whole thing.
It's we go for it, man. Yeah.
Damn. What inspired the next guy, the paisa, or the girl, the other character?
Juanita Carmelita was like based off my mom and my girls, women I grew up around. My mom's a very strong woman, and so she likes to drink, so she'll give like she has that type of Latina that if she loves you, she loves you, and if she ain't messing with you, she ain't messing with you. Right. So she has like that kind of attitude. My mom's known for like giving motivational speeches, like paint your picture and live it, do what you want, and then she just passes out, because she's all faded already, like.
So does she get inspiration when she drinks, or before she drinks, or all through her life, and she just gets more inspirational as she drinks?
Yeah, I think more inspirational as she drinks, but it is genuine. But it's so funny though, man, because you really get inspired, but then she just passes out, and you're like, all right, thank you. It's like one of those X-Men characters that gives all they have, and they have to go pass out.
She'd be like mid-sentence and then pass out.
Yeah.
We're in the studio with Frankie Quinones. He also does Cholo Fit Creeper, and you can follow both of them. There's 2 different people.
Follow Frankie. Don't follow Cholo. He's already got enough followers.
Yeah. Creeper got enough. Homie. Show me some love.
What would you like Cholo to become? You said you want to take him to the next level. What do you mean, like movies? His own T-shirt line?
Cholo Fit Creeper should be in the new Friday. Like 100%.
Oh man, yeah.
I don't understand why you're not in the new Friday. You know, we know DJ Pooh. We should be like, yo, you got to put Cholo Fit in there, bro. Come on, man.
That'd be dope.
All
man.
right, so what does Frankie listen to? What kind of music does Frankie listen to?
Man, I listen to a little bit of everything, but you know, I would say, you know, old school funk and oldies is like my mom and pops. Was what I grew up on. It's like their religion. You know what I mean? Like, they went to Rick James's funeral. My sister's name is Tina Marie. So yeah.
Fire and
So it's like, all right, we get it. You guys are into it, you know?
Yeah, our mom loved Rick James. We heard stories. I mean, she would go to all the concerts in Bakersfield, and she would be standing up on, on top of the chairs and dancing and stuff like that.
Oh, hell yeah.
So she loved Rick James. You know, that's part of our family culture as well, as the damn Lakeside and Slade. Confunction, all the
Cameo.
I was DJing a party in Bakersfield on Friday, and I was playing I would consider newer stuff, meaning like Whoop There It Is and Push It and all that stuff. So because there's an older crowd, and then the older crowd, the one of the aunts came in. She said, "Hey, mijo, why don't you play some Confunction or something like that?" Wow. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have that. He has all the funk and old school, so I had to get off the turntable. So I got thrown off for the funk.
That fun.
Functified.
Are your parents still alive?
Yeah, man. They're about to celebrate their 40th anniversary, man. Marriage.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, what do they think about your success and what you've been doing with your comedy?
They love it, man. They're really supportive, and I'm grateful to have that. You know what I mean? They're the ones that inspired a lot of the characters too. So it's like,
so they asking for their credit or no?
There was a little stage where, I was struggling for a minute, man. I was sleeping on a homie's couch for like a year and a half, and they were kind of like, all right, mijo, like, yeah, we get it.
Get off your ass.
Yeah, like, I was like that scene Vergüenza for a while.
Let me take that real life situation. Like, what did you learn in that year and a half of like just trying to find yourself? What did you learn?
Yeah, I mean, because like, even the people that love you, they care about your well-being. So like, come on, man, what are you doing? But I kind of like in my heart, I was like, nah, man, I was put on this earth to make people laugh. I would stick with this, and I was already in my 30s. I'm sleeping on the homie's couch, so your self-esteem was like, dang, But I always knew it. I was like, nah, it's gonna happen. Stuck with it. But I feel like I needed to go through that. You know what I mean? I was like just trying to make ends meet, just trying to like, nah, going gig to gig. And then eventually something popped off, and I'm like, see, there it is, and then, so I don't know, man. I just stuck with it, and I was fortunate enough that I don't have any kids or anything like that. I didn't get a random hyena pregnant or nothing. So
random hyena.
Oh man. So and I had a lot of support and homies that would support me and be like, nah, you know what, man, you're funny, stay with it. It would just, I feel like with anything, it's going to take 10 years to do.
It's a grind. You guys put in the work. You got to put in the work.
You got to put in the work, man. Everybody wants them shortcuts, but there's no way around it.
Overnight sensations are not overnight.
Yeah, exactly, homie.
Put it like that. Frankie Quinones in the studio. Coming up next, we have Cholo Fit Creeper.
That's right.
He's going to be in the studio next.
We're going to have a nice conversation with him, so hold on. 45 past the hour of the Baka Boyz, Wednesday, May 29th.
Yeah.
Buenos dias.
Radio how it's supposed to be heard. It's the Baka Boyz Show.
What's going on? This is Drip.
Every day.